Good morning. For those of you that don't know me, my name's Bev G Star, and today we're going to be doing some craft magic. So what I've done is I've set my scene, I've put my fairy lights up, I've made a little display just to help me get settled into my creative magic vibe. I've got my music on, I've lit some incense, I've got some dried fruit here, I've got some candles, and I just want to make sure that you guys, as you're watching or going to be making this tutorial, that you're in a really good place, because we're going to make some magic. Okay, let me show you what we're going to make. Okay, so today we're going to be making this black magic dream catcher. It is just absolutely beautiful. It has this corded wrapped material, and it has these beautiful black little tassels and a black ribbon. Now, just as a disclaimer, we're not going to be dabbling the magic of dark arts. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be making this magical piece, and it's going to provide us with a way or something in our home, like a dream catcher but a magic catcher. What this is going to be doing is it's going to be kind of absorbing all the negative darkness in the air. It's going to sit there in our homes, it's going to look pretty, and we're just going to feel fulfilled that we've made something creative, we've set out to achieve something, and that is the answer to the craft magic here. So let's get started. So for those of you that have been following my work, I'm supplying the kits to make these magical inspirations for your home, and let me show you what's inside. So here's the Black Magic Dream Catcher kit. If you open the box and unleash the magic, maybe we can cast those spells. So what you'll receive, or what you have got, or what you'll need is a eternal hoop. Now this is the most important thing that we need for the catchers themselves. This is the eternal circle, and that is the kind of continuum that really continues to absorb all the negative in the air, and it just kind of circles back on itself round and round rather than flowing around the air into our homes. So there's your hoop. What you'll also receive next is this corded fabric. So this corded fabric came to me in magical fashion, as most things do. Let me just show you. So it has like a flat surface, and then it has this twisted corded fabric. Now the flat surface is how we're going to wrap it around our eternal circle of magic, and then the cord is just there to just add that continuism for what we're going to be making. Okay, so that's what you'll get. Other things that you'll need are these beautiful black tassels. So these black tassels just catch the air. They hang there, they look pretty, they're full of texture, so you can have a nice feel. Make some earrings eventually, but for now we're going to be making the Black Magic Dream Catcher that absorbs all the negative and darkness in our air. Okay, so there's your tassels, and you'll also, in the package, or you'll need, if you're making, a piece of black ribbon to hang that dream catcher up. So let's get started. So in the kits, like I said, you'll get this corded fabric. First thing you need to do is separate just some of it by taking off some of this cord, because what we'll need to do is we'll need to attach this to the hoop, and rather than use the sellotape, so what I want you to do is just cut up a couple of centimeters worth off that cord, and then I want you to snip it off just like so. So what you'll have then is a blank piece, and then the cord will start. Now we're going to attach this to our hoop. Let me show you. So here's your eternal circle of magic. You just get your piece that you've cut, and you just slip it on, just knot it on, just tie it on nice and neatly. Okay, now what you'll need to do is you'll need to begin to wrap that. Now what I suggest you do is wrap the first piece of fabric over the knot that you've just made. Let's go the other way because we want the flat surface out. So let's pull this, and then what you'll need to do is just start that first little wrap, pull the fabric through, and then what you'll get is this kind of flat fabric to wrap the piece of cord on, and then you just begin to start creating the magic. Now what I do suggest you do is really kind of enjoy the process of making. Enjoy the fact that this is something quite therapeutic, and something quite well, magical in itself, you know. We are at times where we're trying to find ways to entertain ourselves, and what better way to entertain ourselves than to make something magic, really. And I, Bev G Star, have the tools and materials to encourage you guys to get involved, really. So what you'll start to see is that just wrap round, and can you see how beautiful that is? Okay, so there's the cords kind of just twisted round each other, that eternal circle. Now, one thing you need to think about is where you're going to hang this and who you're going to gift it to. So if you're not making it for yourself and you're just enjoying the process, where are you planning to hang this beautiful little catcher? So for those of you that follow my work, I specialise in dream catchers. I've been making them for years now and I thoroughly enjoy them. So kind of reinventing different ways to make dream catchers, not just about catching those dreams. This is about absorbing the dark magic in the air, because we want to stay away from the dark magic and we want to kind of focus on that light magic. So as you can see, it doesn't take too long, but just enjoy the process. You know, remember that you're a human being that enjoys fabric and textures and all of the things. So just enjoy the therapy session, put your music on, light your incense, and just really get in the process of making. So we're nearly finished now, so the eternal circle for our magic catcher is almost covered. So kind of use it as a symbolic time to look. Now, at the beginning we cut some of the fabric to separate it. I want you to do that again at the end, because we're going to do exactly that to tie it off. It should, in theory, let me just cut this down, cut down into that corded material there, and it should quite separate because it's only tacked on. So let me just separate that. Great. So what you want to do is you want to separate that down as far as you can, cover your hoop where you started, and as you begin to come back to the start, you'll know how much fabric you need to tie. Okay, so I'm just going to cut off that extra piece of cord that we don't need. I'm going to keep it because I could find something creative for it, so I'm going to keep that, and then I'm just going to wrap this round. I'm going to do exactly what we did at the beginning and just tie this piece of fabric on, just like so. Great. I'm going to give it another go, just another little slip through, and there you have. And I'm going to give it a trim where I've laced it on. Now later on, when you come to ribbon and hang, that's where you're going to hang your ribbon from. But for now, let's get the tassels on. Okay, so let's go round, get the materials we need. 1, 2, and in the box 3. So let's have those tassels. So kind of going to put one in the center at the bottom there. Now what you do to this is you put the hoop through, you allow that to just sit there, and you thread the tassel through. Just thread it through, just like so, and then you'll have the first. Let's make sure it's in the middle because I want it at the bottom. And let's just move that over. It's quite easy to move. There you go. You have a nice tassel hanging there. I'm going to add the other two and show you. So again, I'm all about working with textures and fabric, so this is something really that to enjoy. So it's going to go about there. So I'm just going to pop that through and tassel that beauty up. So don't forget, before you start making this magic dream catcher, I want you to create your vibe, create your zone, do some representation of yourself. There's the second one there. They're just so pretty. They're beautiful. Let's get the next one in. So yeah, so when I'm creating, I like to kind of step into myself. I like to feel my feet firmly on the floor. I like to have all the materials I need. And I also, most importantly, like to set a vibe for my work. I dress my table. I put some fairy lights up. I light some incense. I've got some candles here, really to kind of show you guys what, you know, if you're going to be a creative and you've committed, commit properly, make room for creativity in your life, purposefully, you know, create some space in your home, a table, put the kids to bed, or if you don't have kids, just make your space, just get there. Okay, so here's my next tassel. As you can see, it's a little bit off center of where I want it, so I'm just going to move it around, and there you have those 3 beautiful tassels. Now we're going to need something to hang our dream catcher from. That's why I've provided in the dream catcher kits this beautiful silk black fabric. It's just so lovely. And what you're going to do is you're going to create a loop, a lark's head loop, I think it's called. So you just bend the fabric in half, push it through over that centre bit there, and then you just have the most adorable, and you see what happens then, it also covers up where you've tied that knot at the top there. So there you have it, the most beautiful and simple. Now I'm just going to tie a quick knot in the top, because when I hang it on my wall later, what I want to do is make sure I can see that. Nice place to hang. And here we go, one magic, black magic dream catcher. Now what that does is that absorbs all the negative vibes in the air, that lets the light magic through, because we don't want to catch that, we want to let it through so it can fly around our homes, make us feel comfortable. And just bear in mind that our creative craft, the craft magic and the magic that you just make, is helping you ward off those negative, and also just gives you something to do. Taps into your creative skills, allows you to unlock your creative license and just be proud of making something. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I believe that's all. I'm just going to hang that up to show you. I'm just going to hang that right here, and that's probably where it's going to stay, catching that negative vibe as I create my positive vibes. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Bev G Star, and I run workshops, tutorials, and provide you guys with the creative magic and the creative license that you're looking for. So remember, if you're going to get creative today, set a vibe, make space for creativity, and be the best person you can be today. I believe that's all. Ladies and gentlemen, have an absolute wonderful day. Bye now.